You know what was really neat that year is McCaskey won the 4x8 for boys that year. And in the paper, there was a great big picture, and I might have that somewhere, but I have to dig for it. Of the four of them standing with their arms around each other. The four McCaskey,
Okay.
McCaskey boy, Slanko girl, McCaskey boy, Slanko girl, McCaskey boy, Slanko. Both ran top 10 times in the nation.
Yeah.
That's the year Susie Spangler, I had to run her and Jody Carter off. Broke my heart.
Yeah.
You know, and if they would have had the same rules they have today, I would have taken Susie. I would have run her in the trials and the day before, because I mean they were like this close.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I would have run Susie the day before in the trials and Jody in the finals, and they both could have ran. But you know, then you had to run. Then you could not substitute. So whatever team you ran in the trials, you had to run in the finals.
Yeah.
Because that was a year that you know, I said to the girls, you dominated the state because they won cross that year. They won the state title in cross country, and they won the 2 mile relay at the state meet. I said, well, that's the best. You know, that's the best event to show team strength. You know, you can have a girl that's going to win the half, or you know, I mean, that can happen. I said, but if you win the 4x8 after you won cross, you know, then you're pretty much saying to everybody, we're the best team in the state.
Yeah.
Especially as fast as they ran, because they ran much faster than the AAA girls ran that year.
Really.
You know, and so I, you know, and because you know, Brenda Pennell and Brenda Lefevre both qualified in the mile out of districts, but gave everything up. And also, those same four girls won the 4x8 or 4x4 at districts.
Yes.
And you know, I said, you know what, you guys have been sacrificing all year long to run for this team. I said, I think you should just run. Let's scratch the 4x4 and just run the 4x8. I said, and let me tell you why. I said, because the first thing in the morning, on the day before, in the trials is the 4x8. It'll be until night. You know, usually you have to turn the lights on to get behind schedule. It's going to be the trials for the 4x4, which means you're going to go from 9 in the morning till 6 at night, waiting around. You can't eat right. You can't, you know, I said nothing. I said, you know, and I said, you know, and they could have broke 4. You know, they ran 4:01 in the district meet, and you know, and we beat Harrisburg, and Brenda Pennell took the baton dead even with the girl from Harrisburg that won the 400, ran 55.
Ooh.
And they were running down the backstretch stride for stride. And Brenda Pennell said to me, I'll be damned if I was going to let that girl get ahead of me after all this work. And she ended up holding her off, and we won. In the leadoff leg, I put her on the leadoff leg. What I did was, I knew we had 3 girls that were really good, but we didn't have a good 4th. And, you know, and I said, you know, I just talked to Missy, and, you know, God love her, man. She said, I'll do anything that we can do. I said, look, I'm going to put you in the 800 in the effort meet. And I said, all I want you to do is stay with the pack until there's 200 to go. And then if you got a kick, use it. I said, don't worry about going out. Just pace yourself on all these girls. Every time I ran her in the 2-mile relay, the league meet, the district meet, the state meet, I let her off. So that she wouldn't, I was afraid she'd get out there by herself and go out too hard. But she was a great kicker. And even in the state meet, I said, you stay with everybody until the 200, and then you take off. Well, I'm running from the starting line over on the track around Shippensburg's track to get down where the 200 starts to tell her to go. Well, as I'm going around the very first turn, Missy's coming along, and she's coming around in the pack. And I just said, way to go, Missy. She thought I said, go, Missy.
Oh.
And she took off like her ass was on fire. By the time they got to the backstretch, she was 25 meters ahead. And I thought, oh my God, this is either going to be great, or she's going to carry a refrigerator into the end. You know, she never slowed down. You know, we were a good 50 yards ahead after her leg, and just kept that lead the whole time.
That's what Wag said he remembered.
Yeah.
Like the other girls just ran their race.
They did. I mean, they all ran sub 20. I mean, they were all good, you know, except Carter ran 221.
Okay.
But Lefevre and Brazier ended up running like 215 in that leadoff leg. Brenda Pennell ran 217, you know, and on the anchor. You know, she anchored it, you know, and Brenda had great speed. I mean, she was sub 60 in the quarter, and so was Jen Lefevre.